And from that reception, you can hear that Sunderland are just coming onto the field. That we are looking at the full end. And in a moment, you'll see the Sunderland side, who played so well against Tottenham Hotspur last Tuesday night, just coming into shot. And welcome to Roker Park for this afternoon's First Division Barclays League match between Sunderland and Manchester United. And we're looking at the Sunderland side now. The two mascots you can see now in the penalty area are Darryl Barnes, who is 9 years old and goes to Haresfoot School in Barkhamsted. His hobbies include football and swimming, and he enjoys watching car racing and making model cars. Jonathan Chambers, he too is 9 years old and he lives in Durham. He goes to Waterhouse's junior school and he likes to play football, golf, cricket, and he enjoys swimming as well. So the two Sunderland mascots, Darryl Barnes and Jonathan Chambers, both 9 years old. The Sunderland side this afternoon has Tony Norman in goal, John Kay at 2, Ruben Agboola at 3, the captain Gary Bennett at 4, Kevin Ball at 5, Gary Hours at 6, Paul Bracewell at 7, Gordon Armstrong at 8, Peter Davenport at 9, Marco Gabbiadini at 10, and Paul Hardiman at 11. The two Sunderland substitutes, Kieran Brady at 12 and Thomas Hauser at 14. The Manchester United side, they too have a mascot. He is James Sadler, 11 years old, and likes football, cricket, tennis and squash, and he goes to the Aln County Primary School in York. And the Manchester United side has Les Seeley in goal, Dennis Irwin at 2, Mal Donachie at 3, Steve Bruce at 4, he's the captain, Mike Phelan at 5, Gary Pallister at 6, Neil Webb at 7, Paul Ince at 8, Brian McClare at 9, Mark Hughes at 10 and Clayton Blackmore at 11. And the two Manchester United substitutes are Russell Beardsmore at 12 and Mark Robbins at 14. The match officials this afternoon, John Key from Rotherham is the referee. He took up lining in 1979 on the Football League, became a Football League referee in 1981, and he's from Rotherham. His two linesmen with the red flag is Wally Natras from Bishop Midland, and with the yellow flag, Dave Oliver from Darlington. And the fourth official, should it be needed, is Tony Dodds from the Sunderland Referees Society. So we all await the opening of this excellent match between Sunderland and Manchester United. Always something seems to happen when these two meet, and if Sunderland can continue in the form that they have already displayed at Norwich and at home to Tottenham, then we're in for a cracker of a match. There were no goals last Tuesday night, but it was really a treat to watch from both sides. But there can be little doubt now that Sunderland really do deserve their place in Division 1. They've shown the skills necessary, and they'll be hoping to carry on with that this afternoon. John Key of Rotherham, the referee, he had the match when Sunderland last met Manchester United in league action here at Roker Park in 1984-5. Rather, it was in November 1984, and he awarded Sunderland 2 penalties that day. Sunderland won 3-2, a Clive Walker hat-trick. He sent off Mark Hughes of Manchester United and Dave Hodgson of Sunderland. So that was quite an explosive encounter. But today's match, that's history now, and the match today gets underway with Sunderland kicking off, attacking the full end in the first half. First touch for Tony Norman. And Gary Bennett, the one remaining player playing today who played in that match in 1984. Sunderland the first to show. It's Gabbiadini trying to go through. Hardiman. Armstrong. Agboola. Gabbiadini trying to turn and is fouled. Gary Pallister committing that foul. Ex-Middlesbrough man. Gabbiadini sprints off, hoping for a quick one from Armstrong, but it doesn't come. Across comes Gary Hours. That's Paul Hardiman in picture as well. On the left of the two Manchester United defenders is Dennis Irwin. Hours floats the free kick over. Bennett's there. And the corner, Seeley there to make the save. Lovely free kick from Gary Hours, and already the physios on the field. That's Steve Smelt just coming on just in case he's needed, but he's not. Just having a word with John Key. There'll be a slight delay before this corner kick is taken. The Manchester United physio, that's Jim McGregor, he's looking at Les Seeley, the goalkeeper. But that was an excellently taken free kick from Gary Hours. And Gary Bennett steamed in, looking for the header. Got there at just the same time as Seeley, and it was a very brave save by Les Seeley. He was signed on loan from Luton Town in 1988 and was the surprise choice for Manchester United in last season's FA Cup final replay against Crystal Palace. And he made some key saves in that match to win Manchester United the cup, so they are the cup holders. This is a long delay in this opening minute. Steve Smelt runs away, but Jim McGregor of Manchester United is still there. Good to see Seeley on his feet again. And I'm also glad to hear far more cheers than boos as that happens. So Les Seeley fit again. And John Key having quite a long chat with Jim McGregor, the Manchester United physio. But now the match can resume. Paul Hardiman to take the corner. He's got Hours short. He's got Armstrong in the penalty area. Davenport there as well. Armstrong also there. And headed over his own goal by Mal Donaghy. No, it's kept in. Agbula sensibly lets it go for the throw. Finds Bracewell. Across to Kay. Hours with the chip forward towards Gabbiadini. Gabbiadini trying to turn. He does brilliantly. Oh, and it's the post. Oh, how unlucky can you get? A brilliant turn. He opened up the Manchester United defence, beat the goalkeeper, but the post saved Manchester United from going a goal down. A brilliant piece of opportunism there from Gabbiadini. So unlucky. And Manchester United very grateful to be taking a goal kick. Gabbiadini left the Manchester United defence for dead there. Armstrong. Davenport couldn't get up. Now Davenport touches it back to Bracewell, but Bracewell, his pass goes astray. And for the first time, Manchester United come forward. Overlapping by Dennis Irwin. Support from Mike Phelan. Irwin, good centre. Rather a weak clearance, but calmness there from Bennett. Twice as he brings the ball away. But the pass is short of Davenport, easily intercepted by Pallister. And John Key helps Sunderland out there as Bracewell beats a man and comes forward. He beat Neil Webb. Gabbiadini not fouled, play on, says the referee. Armstrong down in the centre of the field and Gabbiadini. Armstrong holding his left ankle, but Key has a look but shows no sympathy as Manchester United come forward. The attempted centre there from Mark Hughes comes to nothing. Armstrong still down in the centre circle. Steve Smelt waiting on the touchline should he be called on, but he's not being, but now he is. The referee stops play to allow treatment to Gordon Armstrong. So already 2 stoppages And Sunderland within a couple of inches there of a brilliant goal from that man in shot, Marco Gabbiadini. It was a really, really superb turn from Gabbiadini, completely wrong-footing the defender. The shot was crisp, and he held his head in his hands when he saw that shot rebound off the post and away to safety. Paul Bracewell there administering some painkiller to Marco Gabbiadini, who also got a knock. And there's Steve Smelt, who does such a fine job with Sunderland. Very important men are the physiotherapists. And it is the left ankle, it looks, of Gordon Armstrong. No longer just the magic sponge in that box of tricks of his, all sorts of things. Paul Bracewell watching very intently. As I was saying earlier, the last time these two sides met, Sunderland won 3-2. Clive Walker scoring a hat-trick, with Brian Robson and Mark Hughes scoring the Manchester United goals. Robson opened the scoring in the 13th minute for Manchester United, and Mark Hughes made it 2 after a quarter of an hour. But Clive Walker came back with a 17th minute goal, and then within the space of 3 minutes at the end of the first half, scored 2 more goals, both from the penalty spot, awarded by the referee there in shot, John Key. So all the scoring was done in the first half, with 25,400 watching that match that afternoon, and perhaps 1 or 2 more than that this afternoon as the match resumes. The applause as Gordon Armstrong is fit once more. Paul Bracewell. Agbula. Ball with the long one, looking for Gabbiadini, who's caught offside. Gabbiadini doesn't look too pleased at the linesman's decision, because he knows that online is onside this year, and that might have been what was in his mind. That ball played inside to Steve Bruce, the captain of Manchester United. Webb there to help, and so too Donaghy. Loose pass there. Bracewell has it now for Sunderland, tries to turn and is fouled by Neil Webb. Stopped there by Bruce. He's robbed. Good piece of work there by Key, but Webb recovers it from Manchester United. Tries to float it past Bennett. Bennett controls it well though, and does well to resist Hughes' challenge. Hughes goes down, but referee will have none of that. Ours. The ball early into the centre, headed away there by Donaghy. Armstrong keeps the pressure on, but Irwin has it now from Manchester United and does well to clear. And Hughes, who was challenged earlier on, is now going to receive attention. So both physiotherapists busy this afternoon. They've both now been on twice, and the game is as yet only 6.5 minutes old. So there'll be a lot of stoppage time to add on at the end of this first half. That's Mark Hughes, who scored one of those goals I was on about the last time these two sides met in league action. Another thing the referee did that day was to book Gary Bailey, who was in goal that day. In the very first minute for time wasting, he got a back pass at the rotor end and stood for about 10 or 15 seconds with the ball in his hands. John Key said that's enough and booked him for time wasting. So it was quite an eventful match from John Key's point of view. But Sunderland still trying to go forward. They've already shown that they can unlock this defence. That's Agbula looking for Davenport. Cleared down the line. Headed away by Ball. Armstrong back to Ball. Ball not left with much option there. But Sunderland's defence, they're not allowing Manchester United a look in, which is the idea when you're defending. Gary Bennett, already shown his skills this afternoon, looks very confident, doesn't he? Has the ball again. waiting for something to happen up front. Armstrong tries to make that thing happen, but the pass just too long. That's Mal Donaghy, signed from Luton in 1988. Neil Webb rather. Bruce back to his goalkeeper, but almost played Davenport in. Seeley had to look sharp there to collect that weak back pass from Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce, once with Newcastle. Armstrong, a powerful header forward. Gabbiadini putting Pallister under pressure. Still Pallister under pressure. Gabbiadini's got it away from him. Turns the ball inside for Davenport. The cross, and oh dear me, it was Paul Ince back there who scrambled the ball behind. Sterling work there from Gabbiadini caused that opening. And it was Paul Ince rather, who desperately scrambled that ball behind for the corner. Hardiman to take it, floated in, easy for the goalkeeper. The whistle goes in any case for a foul against Gary Bennett, pushing down on the goalkeeper. It's indirect. So perhaps dangerous play was the offence. Bennett easily beat Hughes, but that goes astray. Now it's Ince, Webb, Hughes, Bennett in now, and Armstrong. The touch back by Hardiman. Now it's Ball in the centre of defence this time, and Bennett. Kay has room to go forward. The long ball forward. Gabbiadini flicks it on. Ours puts the ball behind, but the offside flag had already gone up. Gary Howe is just offside, but again Sunderland showing that they do have the skill to break open these First Division defences. Donaghy, one of the members of this three centre-back defensive system that Manchester United normally play. That's Steve Bruce, who looks to be playing a little wider today on the left. Webb. McClare just lets it run for Hughes. McClare. Irwin. Chip forward. Agbula looked as though he almost handled that. Ince up there as well. And the drive passed by Mike Phelan. He claims the corner and gets it. Good view there of the Roper end. Large crowd again, but perhaps not quite as many as there were on Tuesday night. Perhaps in the high 20,000s. Ball just touched that one wide for Kay, who clears well. Ours did well to get that ball as well. Now Armstrong, always in the thick of the action is Gordon Armstrong. Gabbiadini, not fouled, but wins the throw. Bennett with the ball once more. Floats it across to Agbula. Davenport finding Hardiman. Hardiman dwells on the ball, loses it to Pallister, and Webb finds McClare. The 1-2 with Hughes, but in Nips' ball to turn it back to Norman. Bennett to Bracewell. Kay. Bennett. One of Bennett's runs. Gasps as he beats one man. That was Paul Ince. Goes forward, still going forward. An advantage played there, but then Bennett lost possession. Gabbiadini cutting off the back pass, so Donaghy has to turn. Good pressuring from Davenport, forcing Donaghy to put the ball into touch. And that was good play from Sunderland. Gabbiadini tries to touch it forward. Armstrong in strongly. Phelan clearing, but only to Agboola. Bracewell. Armstrong. Davenport. Might get a shot. Doesn't. Cool play by Irwin.
The driver of a Maroon Sierra, registration G546PRJ. Please return to the vehicle as
So Les Seeley, like Donaghy, a former Luton player. Bennett, casual nod forward to ours. It's back with Kay now. Bracewell. Bennett. Ours, lovely touch inside, just not quite hard enough. Ince intercepted, but it's loose and Kay has it once more. Through the legs of one man, Gabbiadini lost possession but won it back. Forced the throw. Manchester United with that throw. Ince. Robbed by Gabbiadini. Strong play by him, wins it back, finds Webb. Phelan. Good play this by Manchester United, into the centre. Agboola heads away. Ours, the touch back to Bracewell. Had to look sharp to find Kay. Gabbiadini, good play. Left Bruce for dead there. Goes through between the defenders, but again, good play by Pallister. Good covering. And that's the advantage of three men in the centre of defence. McClare touches it wide. The touch on by Hughes, but too strong. Some lovely play. Gabbiadini showing up well with these quick turns of his. Kay at the moment has the ball. Looks for Davenport. Blackmore. Clayton Blackmore. His pass inside, stopped by Bracewell. Agboola. Plays the ball wide for Hardiman and goes forward. Armstrong. Just backheels the ball out of the reach of Webb. Plays the ball inside for Bracewell. It's across now with Kay. And again, Sunderland building neatly forward. Kay with the cross. Pallister there, though. Helped out by Bruce. Ball gets in there first. Ours judges a bounce nicely. And floats the cross. Comes shot just wide of that far post. So nearly 17 minutes gone. And again, Sunderland playing some lovely football. And that shot that hit the post from Gabbiadini in the early stages of the match, still the closest either side has come yet to scoring. Phelan had a shot a few moments ago at the other end, which was turned away for the corner, but that came to nothing. So it's still 0-0 with 18 minutes of play gone. Sunderland's throw, but the foul, I believe, has been given. It has indeed. Bennett was fouled. I was herring down that touchline. It's come to Gabbiadini. Beats Pallister. Touches it inside, and Ours wasn't far away from that. Quite a lot of work to do in this first 18 minutes or so. Paul Ince, Brian McClare, Clayton Blackmore, Mark Hughes. Now Bracewell just lays the ball off to Kay. Played back, says Armstrong, and that's what Kay does. Kevin Ball across to John Kay. Floats it forward for Gabbiadini. That was a great ball from Kay. Plays the ball in. Oh, and headed wide, I think by Hardiman coming in, I think it was. Armstrong was there as well. And close there. Certainly Armstrong there and thereabouts when that lovely cross came over. But Gabbiadini having a tremendous start to the match. The ball cleared up towards Davenport. Throw for Sunderland. Davenport fouled by Pallister, but he kept going. And he's brushed away this time, but with two Sunderland men there, Sunderland keep the pressure going. Owers is there, and yes, he scores! Gary Owers, it is, who gets the touch. It's Sunderland 1, Manchester United 0 after 20 minutes. And that's no more than Sunderland deserve. And that's Sunderland's first home goal in the First Division since Ian Wallace scored against Ipswich Town in 1985, April 1985. So a little piece of history there for Gary Owers. Sunderland 1, Manchester United 0. Gary Owers the scorer. Phelan coming forward for Manchester United, going past Agboola. Still Phelan. And the shot by Hughes over the bar. A lot of relief in those cheers, I'm sure, because Mark Hughes is a proven goal scorer. And Manchester United were looking to hit straight back there. But Sunderland's play certainly makes them deservedly in front. But we still have 70 minutes to go, we mustn't forget that. And Manchester United are a class side. That's the first goal they've conceded this season in the First Division. They beat Coventry City 2-0 on the opening day of the season at Old Trafford and drew 0-0 with Leeds United at Elland Road in midweek. They have 4 points amongst the front runners in the First Division, but now Davenport can go forward for Sunderland. Pallister covering, plays the ball across, but no Sunderland forward could get up that quickly, and it's the goal kick. But that crowd behind the full end goal will have had a first-class view of that Gary Owers goal. Bennett heads up well. No, he doesn't. He's penalised. Free kick taken quickly. It's with Irwin. Just chips it forward from Mike Phelan. Phelan keeps it in, and the foul in favour of Manchester United. Paul Hardiman, the man spoken to. He's trying to point out that the free kick wasn't from there. He's right as well, it wasn't, it was from the touchline. John Key agrees with that. That's Dennis Irwin, formerly with Oldham Athletic. He cost Manchester United £625,000 in the close season. Played for Oldham here in the last match of the second division campaign last year for Oldham, as that ball floats dangerously across. A miscue there from Webb, and Webb's second attempt well wide, an overhead kick by Webb. And an offside decision was actually given there in favour of Sunderland. It's now with Bennett. Norman and Bennett, and now Bracewell. Sunderland keeping things cool, quite rightly. I've seen teams take the lead before, be so ecstatic that they've lost concentration for the next minute, and bang, there's been an equaliser in at the other end. But that hasn't happened today, and Sunderland are to be credited for that. Now Davenport with the chance. Sunderland really pressing Manchester United, both up front and in defence. And 2 or 3 times now they've prevented Manchester United from clearing their defensive lines, and that nearly led to an opening. The throw-in taken. Armstrong attempting the back flick, and it's gone for the corner. Sunderland's 3rd corner. It's taken short by Kay to Hardiman. It's back with Kay. Kay's cross, but behind. Now that I have a moment breathing space, the sponsors today, the associate sponsors are Toland Holdings, Ashley Timber and Analysis Financial Services. The Mitre Ball sponsors are Blaney Wines, and the mini-match sponsors Chris Watson, House Building Consultants and St Ivor. Good push through by Webb. Blackmore trying to go through. It was Ince rather who's fouled. Paul Ince, very skillful player, formerly with West Ham United, who themselves are known for an excellent brand of football. John Key wants that Sunderland defensive wall to retreat the required 10 yards. Further back, he says. He's not happy yet. 5 men in that defensive wall. Armstrong looking after Mark Hughes. Ball looking after McClare. It's off the Sunderland defensive wall, but Norman does well to stop the corner. So Tony Norman, he's enjoying life in the First Division. Had his first clean sheet on Tuesday night against Tottenham Hotspur in that 0-0 draw. Bruce with that clearance. Bennett. Bracewell. It's broken for Ince. His pass is short, but he got it back and nearly got through. Ball with the clearance. Kay. Ince trying to worry him. And Ince is fouled by Kay. So it'll be a free kick to Manchester United. Clayton Blackmore to take it. Floats the ball dangerously across. Bennett gets there twice, to the cheers of the crowd. There's an offence there on the part of Manchester United. The player will have to come back into the Sunderland penalty area. An offside offence, I think it was. You can see John Key's arm upraised for the indirect free kick. That's Brian McClare in picture for Manchester United, along with Kevin Ball. Norman, who has this long clearance, but Marco Gabbiadini caught offside there. You shouldn't really be caught offside from a dead ball kick, but he was. But that's just about the only blemish on Marco. He's had a tremendous opening to this game. So unlucky not to put Sunderland ahead when he hit the post. 30 minutes gone. Hughes forced to pass the ball back to Pallister. Pallister with the far post cross. Bennett gets the header. Bracewell helps to head it out. Good support there from Davenport. The ball breaks for Armstrong. A little bit of luck there. Now it's Kay. Releases it early to try and find Gabbiadini, but Bruce is there first and has to run the ball out. Further fine work from Sunderland. Ours receives the throw from Gabbiadini, gets the return ball. Great skill there from Gary Owers. Kay in support. And Bracewell. But no one there. Les Seeley suddenly thrust into the limelight. He didn't play in the original FA Cup final last year against Crystal Palace in the 3-3 draw that Manchester United had, but he did certainly play in the replay. Bruce. The back pass cut off, so it goes across to Pallister instead from Blackmore. That ball finds its way through to Phelan. Tries to thread it through for Owen and does. Oh, this is danger, but it gets through. And Paul Ince almost got in there, but now it's Kay. Finding Bracewell, but he hit the legs of Bracewell. It rebounded to Ince, who tries one, but Norman's watched it all the way. Go past that post. So Norman with the goal kick. Armstrong there, beats Phelan. Just touches it back for Agboola. Agboola forward to Davenport. But first there was Mal Donaghy. Bennett missed out for once. Hughes finding Owen. Back with Hughes. But the challenge there straight away. Phelan lost control. But Pallister gives it back to Phelan, who's fouled. Agboola brings him down, or rather hinders his progress. So Dennis Irwin will take the free kick. Takes it short, looks for and gets the return ball. Again, a good cross. Ince, off ball. Phelan heads it back in. McClare heads on. Gabbiadini decides that's enough of the play in front of our penalty area and blasts it away onto the roof and into touch. Bruce. Ince. Donaghy. Phelan. Good cross. McClare couldn't control it, rather that was Clayton Blackmore in the attack, couldn't control that ball. Agboola heads away up, boots the ball away. Good spell this by Manchester United. Stung by that one goal reverse that Gary Owers scored some 14 minutes ago. Mike Phelan. Forced to pass back. And that's good play from Sunderland. Ince. Phelan back to Ince. Ince did well to get that. He was fouled as well by Gordon Armstrong. Referee's quite sharp on these fouls. Paul Ince. That's headed away though. Bracewell. Owers. Gabbiadini. Yes, gets past his man. Donaghy tries Pallister on for speed, but no support. Yes, there is from Davenport, but Gabbiadini was left stranded and caught offside. And certainly Marco Gabbiadini is causing this Manchester United defence all sorts of problems. No doubt they'll be discussing that at half-time in the Manchester United dressing room. What can we do to stop him? Because they've found it difficult in this first half, certainly. Now it's Phelan. All the way across to Steve Bruce. the Manchester United captain. Blackmore. Bennett heads away, but Pallister there first. Going forward. Lifts the ball into the penalty area, but one bounce and it's over the goal line. Mark Hughes doesn't look too pleased at that attempted pass. It was much too strongly hit. So Norman can perhaps make one of these long clearances of his. He does. Ours the target man, but ours jumps a fraction too soon. Now it's Ince. Inside for Hughes. Across for Irwin, but it's behind Irwin. Irwin has to go back and get it. Pallister. Donaghy. McClare tries to play the ball forward, but good play by Ball, finding Ours. Touched wide by Ours to Kay. Ours couldn't play that ball forward. There was an offside up front. Now it's with Armstrong. If he can't get there, he can't, but it's come to Bennett. Agbula. Hardiman. First time inside, but that's an easy one for Pallister. Donaghy finding Webb. Neil Webb, who missed much of last season through injury. Former Nottingham Forest man, Neil Webb. Played forward by Pallister. Good turn by Hughes. Ince. Bruce back to Webb. Good challenge from Davenport. It's loose. Bracewell has it. Bennett. Kay and Bennett working the ball between them at the moment. And now Tony Norman can clear. Throws the ball wide to his right for Kay. Bruce, good header by him. Whistle's gone. A turning offence there, I think, on the part of Gary Owers. Donaghy across to Pallister. Cost Manchester United over £2 million when they signed him from Middlesbrough. Irwin receiving from Hughes. Webb. Ince likes to try a shot, tries again, but well wide. He's already proved that he likes to try shots. Bruce heads away. Armstrong holds his ground well. Hardiman. Bruce skillfully gets it through to Pallister. Phelan. Hughes looking for McClare, but that's too strong. John Kay. Owers on the run, but the ball's gone towards Gabbiadini, who can't get there ahead of Donaghy. Ince controls that awkward ball well. Does a complete turn and then finds Donaghy. Pallister. Donaghy. Bruce screaming for the ball and gets it. But then doesn't do a lot with it, except just roll it wide for Blackmore. Hughes did well to control that, but McClare under pressure loses out. Now Bracewell finds Gabbiadini in space, but Gabbiadini runs into Donaghy and gets it back. But strong play there from Ince, finding Hughes. Hughes half stopped, still going on. Forced wide though, and Ball it is who gets the ball away into touch for the Manchester United throw. Webb across to take it. 3.5 minutes left of this first half, plus quite a lot of injury time. We had a lot of injury stoppages in the early parts of the match. Floated in there by Bruce, away by Armstrong. Finds Kay. Gets it out to Bracewell. Kay. Forward towards Gabbiadini, who fouled his man. He went into Donaghy far too soon. It's an indirect free kick. Hughes trying to backheel that one through. Ball though gets it back to Norman. Now it's with Kay. Gary Bennett. Ball. Kay. Davenport doesn't control it properly. Bruce gets it to Ince, but good play. Now Ours has it. That was Kay with that tackle. Ours coming forward. He's got plenty of support this time. Tries to find Hardiman, does so. In by Armstrong. Gabbiadini tried a first-time shot there, but Ours rather tried the first-time shot. Armstrong keeps Sunderland in possession, but has to pass it back, and Ball all the way back to Norman. Ours was crowded out as he tried that shot. That was easy for Steve Bruce, but then Ince was fouled by Bracewell. Dangerous play. Just inside the Manchester United half, with Steve Bruce just pushing it forward to Webb. Armstrong now to Agboola. McClare trying to close Agboola down, but Agboola gets it away to Davenport. Davenport had Gabbiadini behind it, but couldn't see him from where he was. It's back with Davenport. Out to Hardiman. Good ball to Ours. Ours might try one. He does. It's off Bruce. Goes forward. Tries again. A reflex save there from Seeley. And this time Bruce gives it to Seeley. But again, good build-up by Sunderland. Seeley puts the ball out of play so that it's not Steve Bruce on the floor, I think it's Donaghy on the floor, so that Jim McGregor can come on and give him attention. But Gary Ours was twice in the action there, forcing Seeley into a reflex save. The shot was so hard that Seeley couldn't stop it. He just had to beat it out with his hands. He couldn't hold it. And just a little bit of time to draw breath. Sunderland have met Manchester United once on another occasion recently. That was in the 4th round of the FA Cup. That was in this first season that Sunderland were in the 2nd division after they went down in 1985. They drew here 0-0. And Manchester United went on to win that replay. But even in that match, Brian Robson was sent off. And Sunderland have met Manchester United 47 times previously here up in the northeast in league matches. Sunderland have won 24 of those, 11 have been drawn. Manchester United have won 12 of them, with 102 goals by Sunderland to 60 by Manchester United. But everyone fit again, the game back in motion. We've had the 45 minutes of play, but there'll obviously be quite a lot to add on for the stoppages in the first half. Now it's Ince to Bruce. Blackmore playing it forward. Hughes stumbles but keeps possession. Blackmore going forward again. The chance of the shot again, it's Ince. On target this time, but no power behind it, and no trouble to Tony Norman. Offside. That's twice Sunderland have done that from dead ball situations. Ince. Pallister. Ince robbed. It's with Bracewell. He's only got Gabbiadini with him. Hits the heels of Gabbiadini, but Gabbiadini quick enough to turn. Get past Pallister, but who brings him down? Gabbiadini talking to Pallister as the two go forward to the edge of the Manchester United penalty area. Gabbiadini then walks away. No further action by the referee other than the award of the free kick. Hours on the right, Armstrong on the left. Hardiman hands on hips in the centre of the D. Davenport on the left as we look, just outside the penalty area. Bennett on that far side with Gabbiadini. Kevin Ball's up there as well, making the run. Off the defensive wall, it depends where this one bounces. It's with Bracewell. The crowd howled for a penalty as Hardiman went down, but there was no chance of that. Hardiman going to be spoken to by the referee. And Paul Hardiman dived there in an attempt to con the referee. That's what he was telling him. And I think Hardiman appreciated that. Now the goal kick can be taken. This time Armstrong was fouled. There's been an awful lot of free kicks in this match. It's detracted slightly from the flow of play, but even so, there's been lots of good play by both sides. Agbula, oh, rather casual ball, couldn't really direct his pass. Now that's put Manchester United on the attack, but it depends what they can make of it. Hughes surrounded by three men. Davenport there as well. McClare. And that could have cost Sunderland dear. Just that one slightly misplaced pass is often enough to put a First Division side in. But Sunderland got away with that. Now it's with Bracewell. Does well to shrug off Ince. And this time the ball safely back with Norman. We're into the 5th minute of injury time. Not surprising, because we did have a lot of stoppages. He has a look at the watch now, but let's play go on. Gabbiadini. That's Donaghy. Gets the ball away. Now Manchester United break again. It's McClare going forward. Just chips the ball across. Hughes didn't get any force at all behind that shot. It was a complete miss kick, and the ball just dribbled its way towards the goal line, causing Norman no problems. This time a long look at the watch. And the whistle goes for half-time. And it's Sunderland receiving the applause of the crowd for a fine display in this first half. They could have gone ahead as early as the 5th minute when Gabbiadini turned his man nicely, skated past him and fired in a shot against the post with Seeley beaten. But then justice was done in the 20th minute when Gary Howes it was who got up for a header at the far post to just guide the ball in, following a neat cross from the right wing to lead Sunderland in. So it's Sunderland who lead at half-time by 1-0. Good afternoon and welcome back to this Barclays League Division 1 match between Sunderland and Manchester United. The Gary Hours goal after 20 minutes, the goal which divides the two sides as the second half is about to get underway. Sunderland 1, Manchester United 0. Marco Gabbiadini hit the post after a couple of minutes, and Manchester United too have had some chances up front, but most of their shots have been from long distance and mainly by Paul Ince, although Hughes missed a good chance for Manchester United just before the interval. But Sunderland have defended well, and Manchester United have played their part in a really entertaining match this afternoon. Today's sponsors, the associate sponsors, Toland Holdings, Ashley Timber and Analysis Financial Services. The ball sponsors, Blaney Wines, and the mini-match sponsors, Chris Watson, Household Builders Consultants, and St Ives. Seeley with the clearance. Irwin, stopped by Agbula, who finds Armstrong. Bad ball from him. Ince. That one straight through to Gary Bennett, but who lifts the ball straight out of play. An uncharacteristic one by Gary, and he knows it. Played across to Bruce. Blackmore. Ince. Now Donaghy from Pallister. Ince bursts his way past Davenport and past Hardiman, and then is fouled. That was quickly taken from Webb to McClare, but it's out for the Manchester United throw. Irwin gets the ball back from Webb. Webb again. Off McClare for the goal kick. Good one from Webb. Now McClare. The overlap from Irwin. It's coming to Hughes. Timely interception there from Bracewell. Hours collects. Hours the goal scorer. Gabbiadini with the flick on. Kay on the overlap. Still Kay. Armstrong. Almost played Armstrong into trouble, and Bennett too gets out of it well. That was Phelan that Bennett beat. The ball across from Hardiman and towards goal, but with no power from Gary Hours. But a good move. Sunderland had to battle to keep that ball as the move developed. Both Armstrong and Bennett did well to keep that move going. Hughes with that flick on. Good advantage played by the referee as Armstrong has it. Finds Hours. Hours robbed, but it's come to Kay. Hours on the run. Bruce across. And the corner given. Paul Hardiman across to take the corner, and again, as sometimes happens, that ball's certainly not within the quadrant. But he's allowed to take the corner, headed off the line. That was from Bennett. Oh, and now the possible break. But McClare, the man who actually headed that ball off the line, he lost out as well, and that ball through is into the hands of Norman. So action at one end and then immediately at the other. And that's what happens in the First Division. Now Bracewell. Davenport trying to turn. Pallister blocks the attempted pass, but Pallister, Bracewell, Gabbiadini offside. Ince. Webb. Oh, bad one from him, only to Kay, now Armstrong. Hardiman. And again offside, this time against Davenport. Perfect positioning by the linesman on the far side. On 2 occasions there within the last minute. Just shows how important they are in the game. Donaghy to Bruce. Ince. Donaghy. Bruce. Blackmore stumbles, allowing ours possession. Just showed too much of the ball. And the ball was forced away into touch. Now Bracewell is fouled. Referee just speaking to the Manchester United player, looked like Webb. So it's the Sunderland free kick. 2-man defensive wall. Ours leaves it. The ball played across to the far side. Bennett was waiting there, but it didn't quite reach him. But still, Sunderland can bring it back. Good crossfield ball from Agbula. But Armstrong just couldn't reach it. If he could have, then Manchester United could have been in trouble. Ball waiting up above Webb, but equally Phelan gets there for Manchester United. Finds its way out to Irwin. Irwin with the cross. Hughes waiting. The whistle goes, it's a free kick for Sunderland. Offside. The free kick taken, now Norman can clear. Norman waves Bennett away for the long clearance. Towards ours. Bracewell in support. No way that was a foul, they ran into each other, there was no intention there. Pallister with the clearance, but Hughes strongly policed by Agbula and wins the throw for Sunderland as Ruben Agbula. Taken quickly by Armstrong. Looked for Gabbiadini but couldn't really find him. Now with Bruce. Ince. Donaghy. Phelan got a touch to Ince. Irwin on the overlap on the right. Ince going straight forward. Through towards McClare. But good play by Agbula. Agbula very popular with the crowd, got rapturous applause for that good interception and pass back. Offside. And again Sunderland caught offside from a goalkeeper's clearance.
Registration number E4663NL. Please return to your vehicle in Granbury present as soon as possible. Thank you.
Donaghy. Too far ahead of Webb. Now it's Armstrong. Webb got a touch to it, but Armstrong kept control. Hardiman wanting the ball on the far side, but it's just rolled out towards Kevin Ball. Ball looking for Davenport, but Pallister heads that one away neatly to Irwin. Bracewell battling away. Play goes on. Blackmore forward for Hughes. Good run this by Hughes, keeps it in too, and a good header away there by Ball. The clearance from Bracewell. But Manchester United showing a little bit more purpose in this second half. Hughes with the drive and has to be turned over. That's only Manchester United's second corner of the match. Norman had to be alert to turn that one over. Irwin coming across for Manchester United to take the corner. Irwin's corner, near post one. Ince, great save. Lovely shot from Ince, but an equally good save from Norman. Now ours. And Davenport's return ball just ahead of ours. Donachie going forward. That was rather Pallister, finding Hughes. Back to Pallister. Webb. Phelan. Phelan with the drive. Again saved by Norman. Certainly the Red Devils beginning to look dangerous. Kay now. Floated forward towards Gabbiadini. Good play by Gabbiadini, but Donachie there. The header from Armstrong. Ince. Still Ince. Goes forward, but the return ball from Hughes is blocked, and the whistle goes for the free kick to Sunderland. Armstrong being fouled. Agbula looks for Hardiman, but he played it too soon. Hardiman wasn't watching for it. It's back with Hughes. McClare, but Bennett gets it back to Norman. Kay. The Sunderland throw. Referee John Kay just holding things up a little. He's having a chat there to Clayton Black, to Mark Hughes rather. Just giving the players a warning, and that's good refereeing. Giving the players the chance to cool down and get on with the game, which has been excellent up to now. Agbula. Ball. Now Norman. Certainly Manchester United have been the dominant force in the opening stages of this second half. That is the opening 14 minutes. Hughes disgusted with that through ball, which went straight through to Tony Norman. Bracewell chips it across to Agbula. Armstrong, Bracewell, Ball. Great control from Kay. It needed to be. Now Gabbiadini trying to turn, but couldn't do so. Blackmore with the clearance. Comes to Bennett. Nodded to Armstrong. Ours was the target. Ours it is who gets the better of that tussle. Oh, and turned behind his own goal by Webb. No, it was by Donaghy for the corner, but that was close to an own goal. Mal Donaghy thankful that that one went the wrong side of the post for Sunderland. So it's Sunderland's 5th corner coming up. Far post one. It's out to Bennett. Beats one man. That was McClare. Ball couldn't get the shot in. It's come back to Bracewell. He's got Kay alongside him. Kay now has the ball. Into space for Hardiman. Ince does well. But 2 men around him and he can't keep a hold of it. Now it's ours. Ours brought down, and good refereeing, advantage played. Bracewell. Ours letting Kay centre the ball this time, but Kay's pass might be too close to the goalkeeper, and is, but Marco Gabbiadini was there. Smiles all round, good to see that. But a good piece of advantage played there by John Key. Gabbiadini now. This time the foul. No, play on. Yes, it is the foul. It is the foul. And a substitution to be made on that far side. It's Hughes going off. And Mark Robbins comes on to take his place. So that's Mark Hughes off the field now, being substituted by Mark Robbins in the 17th minute of the second half. Bennett getting that header in. Bruce getting the ball away from Manchester United. Come to Bracewell. Bennett up there with him, so is ours. Bracewell with the cross. And ball was up there again, and it's his head which got there to head the ball behind for the goal kick. The crowd sensing that Sunderland are getting back to their first half form, trying to urge them on. And this really is a fantastic atmosphere. Robbins in the game for the first time for Manchester United. Webb in support. Blackmore too. Good challenge. Kay with the challenge, Ours with the support. Ours trying to brush his way through. Manages to get it to Gabbiadini. Armstrong to Kay. Ours going down the middle. Kay with the ball still. The shot from Gabbiadini, no power, no trouble to Seeley. Armstrong back to Agbula. Bracewell will have to be quick. Now with Kay. Groans as that ball goes into the wide open spaces. Bruce retrieves it. Lets Blackmore take over. McClare, great control from the Manchester United man, but that pass through is safely in the hands of Norman. Agbula. Hardiman. First time ball from Hardiman. The flick on, but the offside against Gabbiadini. Davenport disappointed that that flick by him caught Gabbiadini offside. So now it's Bruce. Donaghy. Ince. Bruce. Good chest down from McClare to Robbins. Ince. Webb. Pallister. Through for Phelan. Good move.
This afternoon's attendance is 26,105.
Today's attendance 26,105. As we thought earlier, not quite as many as were here for the Tottenham match last Tuesday night, which was over 30,000. 26,105. But still quite a large crowd. Bruce. Now Ince. Bracewell with the challenge. Blackmore. Ince. Phelan. Pallister. That one's rolling for John Kay. Looks for Gabbiadini, but Bruce there first. And Bruce was fouled. Quickly taken by Donaghy to Phelan. Bruce. Pallister. Pallister nearly in trouble, but does well to keep it. Bennett heads away though. Pallister up. Bracewell misses it, but Bennett behind him doesn't. Oh, Davenport had played to the whistle there. He might have won that ball, but he didn't. He stopped and looked for the free kick. Now Webb. Ball in ahead of McClare, but Pallister clears. Webb looks for Robbins, but Bennett gets above him. It's come to ours. Advantage played there by the referee, who spotted that. Now he has to stop play because there's a little off-the-ball incident. He tried to let play flow, but the off-the-ball incident forced him to stop play and have a word with the two people involved in that, Ince and Bracewell. He's just taken them to one side. Initially he waved play on, but was very quick to stop play when he saw Bracewell and Ince start to niggle between them. So he had to stop play. Now,
Manchester United substitute.
a substitution for Manchester United. Just coming on, Russell Beardsmore coming on in place of Mal Donaghy. So the free kick to be taken. Still no cautions. Ball floats the free kick forward to Bennett in space. Bennett wanted too long and Bruce took it away from him. But it's back in there by Kay. Now Webb. Out to Irwin. And Manchester United starting to build once more. Ince. Phelan. No foul. And Davenport can guide it back to Norman. This time Peter Davenport did play to the whistle. Just over halfway through the second half. Still just the one goal. That one scored by Gary Owers after 20 minutes of the first half. Bruce in possession of that. Kevin Ball charging into the back of McClare before he made contact with the ball there. Webb quickly takes it. Pallister heads inside. McClare lets it run, but Bennett was there, and so too Bracewell. Kay, good skill by him to beat two men. But still Manchester United win it back. That was Robbins. Phelan. And Bracewell forcing the ball over for the Manchester United throw. Blackmore finding Webb. Robbins. The ball floated across to the far side, headed inside again. Oh, it's the equaliser. Manchester United have equalised. Sunderland 1, Manchester United 1, after 24 minutes of the second half. And Brian McClare it is who gets that equaliser. Both from headers. After 69 minutes, McClare gets the equaliser. They have threatened to score in this second half. Now they've done so. Now Pallister. Ince. Pallister. Bruce. Goal scorer Brian McClare. Irwin. Phelan. Away by Kay. Oh, the powerhouse of a drive coming in from Neil Webb. And that wasn't far past. But Sunderland haven't quite lived up in the second half to their great display of the first half, although they're still matching Manchester United. Bracewell with that header, but now it finds its way to Phelan, now out to Irwin. Irwin it is with the ball. Beardsmore and McClare going forward, and it's out for the corner. Dennis Irwin going across to take that corner. Dennis Irwin with the corner, Manchester United's third. Outswinger, good header out by Ball. Ince retrieves it. Webb. Ball floated across. Bruce was up there. Ince has it. That was Robbins. Phelan. Irwin to Pallister. Phelan. Bennett finds Bracewell. Hours from Davenport. The ball floated across all the way to Hardiman. Gabbiadini going into the penalty area. Armstrong in support. Back with Agbula. Missed kicks but still finds Armstrong. But now the move breaks down. Didn't really get anywhere with that move. Robbins charging through the middle for Manchester United, harassing Bennett, but Bennett keeps his cool and gets it back to normal. Kay. Now Gabbiadini on the chase with Pallister, but Pallister wins. But does he? Gabbiadini gets it back. Hours with some skill there. And Kay lets the ball run under his foot from that pass by Ball. Webb. McClare. Runs into trouble. Comes to ours. Great skill has Gary Hours, but can't thread the ball through between three Manchester United men. Now it's Ince. Good play by him. Threaded his way through, Needle there. Now Pallister finds Webb. Irwin. Webb. Robbins. But again Bennett beats him. Hardiman plays it to Davenport. Davenport turns. Back with Hardiman. Armstrong. Bennett. And Sunderland forced back. Blackmore getting that ball back to Seeley. "15 minutes left for play. Very little stoppage time in this second half. Ince floats the ball wide towards Russell Beardsmore. The ball was out of play though for the Sunderland throw. And a Sunderland substitution this time. Off goes Paul Bracewell, and on comes Kieran Brady. Paul Bracewell hasn't gone into the dugout, the bench. He's gone straight off, so perhaps he's had some sort of injury. Free kick, Sunderland, handball. The first time we ever met Manchester United in league action was on the 4th of April 1893, and the score that day, Sunderland 6, Manchester United 0. Now the chance for Sunderland to go forward, but the offside flag going up already before Ours puts that ball back into the box. Huey Wilson, Jay Hanna, Johnny got one each, Johnny Campbell got 2 and Jimmy Miller got 2 that day. Huey Wilson was the first man ever to be sent off for Sunderland. The free kick taken, Robbins trying to head on, but ball gets up above him and offside against Davenport from that header through by Ball. Bruce with the free kick. McClare, a good target man, still has it, threads the ball through, but too strongly. Offside again. Sunderland being caught quite a lot offside from goalkeeper kicks. Bennett. Armstrong. Oh, Armstrong! It's Robbins for Manchester United. There too was Webb. But Sunderland got away with that, or have they? It's Phelan. Robbins. Robbins again. Reverse ball to Irwin. And the deflection for the corner of Hardiman. But Armstrong very, very close to putting Sunderland in trouble there. You've got to be decisive in the first division. So Irwin with another corner. Bruce and Pallister both up inside the Sunderland penalty area. It's deep. Pallister got there. Robbins out to Irwin, who'd stayed wide. This time it's Bruce who gets his head to it. But the whistle goes. It's the goal kick for Sunderland. In fact, an offside flag given. Because you don't normally blow the whistle when it's a goal kick. So it was an offside decision. Bruce heading into space for Irwin. Webb, first time looking for Phelan, but the other number 5, Kevin Ball, comes across and boots it away into touch. Just over 10 minutes left for play. Sunderland 1, Ours in the 20th minute. Manchester United 1, Brian McClare after 69 minutes, both from headers. Webb. Off Hardiman, into touch again. Webb with the throw, looking for Robbins. Robbins gets it. Across comes the centre, and oohs as that ball went across the face of the Sunderland goalmouth. Shrill blast of the whistle from John Key. Free kick Sunderland's way. Bennett across to take the free kick. Brady's gone forward to join Davenport and Gabbiadini up front. Gabbiadini there, number 10. Now with Pallister. Ball, Hardiman, ball. Good control from Pallister from that driven through ball by Kevin Ball. Webb. Webb again. Bennett coming forward, but Ince resists him, but Bennett eventually wins the tussle. And Brady showing some lovely skills under pressure to get the ball back to Tony Norman. Pallister with an easy header. Kay rather. Brady. Oh, clever back heel. Finds Kay. But what can Sunderland make of this opening created by Kieran Brady? Gabbiadini, faced by Bruce. Goes across goal, tries the shot, but it ran away from him just as he was shooting, and he screwed the ball wide of the far post. Just 8 minutes left for play. And we've seen another excellent game here at Roker Park this afternoon in the Barclays League Division 1. Armstrong up with the header. Hardiman offside against Davenport. Another substitution to be made before, and it's Marco Gabbiadini coming off. Gabbiadini hasn't seen it yet. He's got his back to, now he turns, looks, sees that it's he who's been called off. And Thomas Hauser will complete the 4 substitutions this afternoon. And Marco Gabbiadini equally goes down the tunnel. So now all 4 substitutions have been made. Beardsmore and Robbins for Manchester United, Brady and Hauser for Sunderland. Phelan for Manchester United. Armstrong guides that into touch. Irwin with the throw. Phelan. Good interception from Hardiman, who is then brought down by Phelan. Phelan knows that. So Ruben Agbula left to take the free kick. Pallister heads away. Beardsmore did well to keep that one in. Now the chance, but Brady couldn't get there ahead of Pallister. Forward comes Ince. He's probed the Sunderland defence constantly this afternoon. Webb, Robbins, lack of control there from Robbins, allows Bennett to guide the ball back to his goalkeeper. Offside. This time Thomas Hauser caught. Bruce. Kay. Brady robs Blackmore. Kay continues the run. That's Kay. Kay with the cross, but it's too close to the goalkeeper. In fact, the goalkeeper lets it go. Five minutes left for play of normal time. There was a lot of injury time, 7 minutes in fact in the first half, but there won't be that much at the end of the match. For once, Bennett beaten in the air, but Kay there to make sure nothing develops for Manchester United. Good interception from Armstrong. Agbula, Hauser manages to get it back to Agbula. Agbula beats Webb. Armstrong, free kicks, whistle's gone. Sunderland free kick. Gary Howes has gone across with Hardiman. It's Howes placing the ball. Hardiman on left of picture. Howes on the right as we look. Howes to take it. Far post. Ball at the far post, but can't get the ball back across the centre. Free kick against Gordon Armstrong. Phelan wants that ball back upfield quickly from Pallister. Webb and Ince. Ince it is who takes it. The cross from Blackmore. Pallister at the far post. And the throw goes Manchester United's way. Quickly taken. Beardsmore, goal kick. Three minutes left for play. Pallister beaten in the air, but Davenport can't take advantage. And Irwin couldn't keep that ball in, so it's the Sunderland throw. Agbula gets the return ball from Brady. Armstrong just gets in there first. Davenport with Pallister. Pallister has to concede the corner. Hardiman across to take it. Howes has gone into the penalty area. Howes are there already. Bennett and Ball onto the edge of the penalty area. Armstrong inside. In fact, they've had it. It's Howes was going for the short one. It's come to Bennett. Now Ball. Oh, there's a deflection off Brady, who couldn't take advantage, and a brilliant save. That deflection wrong-footed Seeley. The ball hit the post, but Sunderland just couldn't force it home. Kay. That's twice Sunderland have hit the post. Now Agbula belts that ball forward to keep the pressure on. Bennett there with Pallister, gets round him and scores! Bennett wins the game, I think, for Sunderland with just a minute and a half left. Dennis Smith on the halfway line is frantic with joy. He's out of the dugout, so too Viv Busby. But it's Gary Bennett who scores with just over a minute to go. Sunderland 2, Manchester United 1. And just when it looked as though Sunderland had lost the opportunity, they were back with a vengeance. Now Dennis Smith saying, cool it, keep it tight, there's only a minute to go. So, drama at Roker Park as Gary Bennett hammers Sunderland into the lead. No chance for Seeley. That ball sent forward from Agbula, finding Bennett. Bennett got round one man and hammered the ball home. He got round Pallister. So as the game goes into its last minute, you can hear what the crowd think. Now Ince, the game's not finished yet. Dennis Smith dead right to say keep cool, keep calm. Blackmore. Webb. Hammered away. Hardiman. Hauser. It's Brady. Only two Manchester United defenders back, others struggling to make it. Still Brady. Has a go, but saved by Seeley. Seeley knows the score. He knows how long there is to go. It's with ball, and that's all. The game, no it isn't, it's a free kick to Sunderland. Late drama here at Roker Park. It looked odds on a 1-1 draw. Then the ball ricocheted off Brady onto the post. We thought that was Sunderland's last chance, but it wasn't. Gary Bennett made sure it wasn't by ramming the ball home. We're in injury time at the end of this match. A look at the watch by John Kay. Is this to be Sunderland's first win in the First Division? They're within seconds of it, but it's still not over. Ince again. Still Paul Ince. Shrugs off a tackle from Davenport. Plays it wide for Irwin. McClare. The crowd want the game to end. The ball in the centre. Bennett, the hero, nods it away. But an offside flag anyway brings relief to Sunderland. Still the game goes on. Tony Norman doesn't waste too much time, sensibly. Gets the ball back from Ball. Throws it out to Kay. Kay back to Norman. Another look at the watch. Into the second minute of injury time. Tony Norman kicks as far downfield as possible, and Sunderland have won. Handshakes on the bench on the far side between Alex Ferguson and Dennis Smith, and Sunderland achieve their first win in the First Division in 5 seasons. They go off to the cheers. Gary Bennett it is, receiving the plaudits on the far side. But it wasn't just him that played well. The whole team did well, as they had against Spurs. Manchester United made them, Sunderland, know that they'd been in a match. Sunderland got the lead in the 20th minute through Gary Hours. McClare equalised after 69 minutes, and Manchester United dominated a lot of the second half. But back came Sunderland towards the end. Brady hit the post, and then Gary Bennett, with that last-minute winner, sealed the 3 points for Sunderland. Final score from an ecstatic Roker Park: Sunderland 2, Manchester United 1.